Is that a good idea with 17 miles in the legs and the bottom part of it is wet? No, it's not. Not a good idea. Let's do it. Okay, so today's the day, birthday challenge 2021. Some of you may remember I did one of these last year. This year's is going to be a little bit different. I'm not sure if it's going to be easier or harder yet, but we're about to find out. So here are the rules. I need to ride 36 miles on the bike all at once. So that means, and they all have to be trail miles, by the way. No riding on dirt roads or paved roads or anything like that. It's got to be on real trails. So I'm going to do the whole thing at Bradbury and the connected trails there. I can stop for to grab a drink of water or to eat a quick snack or something like that, but there's no stopping, there's no going home, and lying on the couch for an hour to recover or anything like that. It's the whole thing's got to be done in one shot. So that's a big change from last year. Honestly, I'm not sure how it's going to go. Yeah, we're just going to see what happens. We're going to see, one, whether I have the fitness to do it, and then two, whether I can actually sneak it into the time allotted. So I think another challenge is that to be able to fit it into the time that I have, I can't just do 36 trail miles. I need to do 36 trail miles at a decent pace. I obviously am not going to be sprinting for 36 miles, but I can't be dogging it the whole time either. I'm going to have to actually be moving. So yeah, that's going to be a challenge. And obviously for many of you out there, 36 miles on the trail in one shot is probably like something super easy. I'm sure there are people who do that every week. But the point of this challenge is that it's something that I do for myself. It's a challenge for me. So if this is easy for you, great. If this sounds like it's impossible for you, that's fine too. I think one of the things that I love about mountain biking and that I loved about running before I started mountain biking is that this is a sport where a lot of times it's mostly you versus yourself. Just waiting on this to connect. All right, let's get it. Ooh, it's chilly. All right, so one thing is, I don't know how wet these trails are going to be. We had a lot of rain earlier this week. Yesterday was totally dry, sunny, and windy. So I'm hoping things are pretty dried out. Obviously, I'm not going to do 36 miles if I'm tearing up the trails the whole way. Hoping that things are going to be in decent shape. I am going to shut up and ride for a while, and we'll check back in later, see how it's going. All right, so I just did Krista's the way I usually do it, which is like this way, where you come out down there. I think that would be clockwise. At least it's clockwise if you're coming at it from this position. And it occurs to me, I'm not sure I've ever done it in the other direction. So yeah, we're gonna try and do that. Got 36 miles out here, might as well do something interesting and new. One challenge that I've discovered, in addition to the ones that I mentioned, is that the trails are not particularly wet, which is great, but that storm that brought the rain also brought a lot of wind. So as you can see, they're very leafy at the moment, and there's some blown down branches and stuff too, so it could be a little difficult to follow at times, potentially. Oh Jesus, where are we going? Over here, okay. Where the hell am I going? Up here? Yes, I think. Hold on, is this right? There's a trail marker right there. Oh, but it goes that way. It's over there. Okay. Whoa. Yep. Oh, that's the end right there. Okay. Got up there, did Cristos in both directions. Kind of interesting. Let's see where we're at mile-wise. 2.39 miles. So, you know, only 34 miles to go. Almost there. All right. Oh my God. I do not have infinite camera battery though, so I'm gonna ride my bike a little while and I'll check in with y'all later. Let's do Boundary. I figure if I'm gonna do Boundary at all, better to do it at the beginning of the day before I'm dead tired. This one's especially scary with the leaves. And I don't know it that well anyway, but ooh. Ooh. Oh my goodness. That is a lot less smooth than it looked. Yes, fuck yeah. Whew. That was awkward. Probably needed to be a gear down from that, but no dabs, I'll take it. Just finished Boundary, so we're at 4.99 miles right now. Time to do some more riding. Check back in later. Oh. Not always the easiest to see where to go. All right, so I'm here on Lanzo, having come down here, did some night woods, just did Island. So we're at 9.1 miles at this point in 2 hours, which is not great. It's not the pace that I need. And starting to develop some pain in my right wrist, which has happened a few times before. I think I may need bars that are a little bit more up and back swept, like those PNW range bars. I've been thinking about switching these out for those, but obviously that ain't happening right now, so it's time to keep pushing on. My plan is I'm going to do that loop that's kind of, this is the rest of Lanzo, then Reagan, then Gin or Gin or whatever the hell it's called, and then Fox, sort of back to that link trail. Take the link trail back to the car, grab some coffee, and then continue back through the park sort of to the other side and do some of the stuff over at Tryon. Hopefully we can pick the pace back up and start taking some miles off here. 9.8 miles. I will keep riding and check in with y'all later because the GoPro is eating these batteries. All right, well, it seems like as good a moment to check in as any. I have ridden a bunch of trails, now on Fox East, headed back towards the park, and let's see where we're at mile-wise. 13 miles, almost exactly. So that's, I guess, around a third, roughly, of what we need to do, which doesn't feel like enough. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God damn. Well, that is why you need to wear glasses, even if you don't need to wear glasses, if you know what I mean. Glasses or goggles, because there were like little tiny thin parts of that stick. I saw the stick, but I didn't see how far it extended. And that would have gone right into my eye. But I've got sunglasses on. Long-time viewers will remember that was the site of my first OTB about 1.5 years ago now, probably. All right, came up here to do a couple loops of Hampshire. So that's a fun one. It is 16.2 miles. Here we go. All right, on Night Woods, headed towards my favorite segment. We're at 17.6 miles. Oh, that's not as much as I was hoping. But I'm kind of thinking about going for a PR on this segment anyway. Is that a good idea with 17 miles in the legs and the bottom part of it is wet? No, it's not. Not a good idea. Let's do it. Probably not possible because I already have a pretty good time on this segment. Like top 30, I think. But it does require some pedaling. Whew. And good pumping, which I'm not doing right now. Now this section's wet. Yeah, I'm not getting it. Definitely had to slow down too much there. Whew. 20.25 miles. All right, and as you can see, it is 2 o'clock, so I really need to be driving home by 5. So I don't know if this is doable, but we're gonna keep going and try. Heart feels fine, lungs feel fine, legs starting to feel it. Thankfully my wrist, you know, knock on wood, feels better. It was killing me like 10 miles ago, and now it's kind of even out again. Not to take the stupidest line possible. Well, I don't think that was the best line possible, but it wasn't the stupidest line. I've definitely taken stupider lines down that before. Quick check-in. I'm on my last GoPro battery, so may not check in for a while after this, but we're at 24 miles, almost 5 hours out here at this point. 2,500, almost 2,600 feet climbed so far, or I assume that's feet. Whew, all right, gonna keep going. Really starting to feel it. Anyway, I gotta stop talking and start riding, or it's definitely not gonna happen. So goodbye, I'll see you later. All right, well, I'm back in the car to get the last of my caffeine and calories. 27.5 miles. So I have less than 10 miles to go. But I am dying. My legs are dying. I've ridden everything out here a bunch at this point. Not a bunch, but I've ridden pretty much everything out here that I would want to, except like O-Trail, which I don't hate myself that much to do O-Trail today. Whew, I'm probably gonna go over to that side again and just try to do some like maybe night woods loops or something that's like relatively fast and not too murdery. Oh boy. All right, so it's 4 o'clock, so I've got an hour to play with. I want to fall asleep, which is not a feeling I've really had on a bike before. 32.2 miles. So I still have like 4, a little less than 4. All right, well, back at the top of Bradbury, had a nice time. 34.84. So a little over 1 mile to go. So I'm gonna go down Tote Road, and that should do it. .01. Woo! Oh Christ! All right, did it. I gotta say, there were times when I was not optimistic about this one. Proud of myself for sticking this one out. It absolutely sucked. Parts of it were fun. Let's see, 4:49. Oh my goodness. So we are playing it real close, but we're gonna do it with, 7 minutes to spare or something. All right, well, I guess there's no real reason to record anymore here, but if you're still watching, thanks for sticking with me through this crazy nonsense that I do every year. I know this isn't the most exciting video for you all probably, but it's a thing I do, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So, come back next year and see what dumb thing with the number 37 in it I come up with. But until next time, hit subscribe, hit like, do all that stuff, and I hope you get a chance to get outside and ride. See you next week.